Good morning. This is Frank with the Morning Quick Shot, brought to you by Trade Stuckers and ninjaPro Traders. It is December the 8th. It's about 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Let's take a look. We know we had a big rally yesterday. Looks like last night it continued up. For that, let's look at yesterday's high last night at 2241. You know, it's not bad run after yesterday. We talked about that yesterday, and I'll show you what happened on the market profile here in a minute. But let's just look here. It looks like we opened at 2236.50. Just a quick pull down here at 2234. Actually, our bottom for the night actually double bottomed right over here at 3:30 in the morning. Looks like our overnight high was 2240, and we just consolidated between these two zones is all we've done, right above the open, and we're right back here at the open price again. So where do we go from here? If this rally is going to continue here, then we need to stay above the open here at 2236.50 and run right up into this the zone right here at 2240 to 2242. More than likely, it's got to actually go right up in here to the 2241 yesterday. We got yesterday's high at 2241.25, and then we need to break it. But it more than likely it's going to double top up here, pull right back to this zone here at this support at 2240, maybe even down into this 2238 area. And then if we're going to extend this rally, then it's got to come back up and it has to break this zone right here at 2241, has to actually come up in probably around 43 area, then look for the pullback to retest the bottom of this zone at 40 before we continue on up. Well, that's just kind of here. We could have another big rally like we did yesterday and go straight up, but 2 days in a row is not likely. But this market is definitely marching to its own tune these days. Once we break this area here, we're looking for the next zone targets. This is all new territory, 2247 to the 2248.75 zone area. Look for a retracement back every step along the way as we start breaking into highs. Look for it to retrace all the way back to 43 and maybe do a little bit of consolidation here this morning, and then back up to here. But we need to actually clear this 49 area to close above it, to go all the way up to 2251, this next zone up in this area. Now, at any point, you can see it could stop and back up in these zones and regroup before it moves on for profit taking as people moving on up. We have other zones on up here and here today, the 57 to 59 area and 62 to 64. Not likely, but there could be some good runs. Now let's talk about the downside. If we turn around and come right back in here and test this bottom, we may get a bounce, just a quick bounce right off the double bottom here, triple bottom, just to retest this again at 36.25 and then straight down. But once it closes down here, let's go ahead and squeeze this up here just a little bit. And you see we have support down here at this 31 area, just below this yesterday's zone. So expect this to trade all the way down into this 31 area and then come back up, test this zone right around the bottom area, 34. And then if the sellers are kind of taking control, look for this move down into the 29 area. And let's just kind of squeeze this in and get a look here. You can see we kind of paused right in here at this zone. See this consolidation area. So that's where I would expect to see some consolidation, possible reversal to move right back up this morning. If we break this and come back up, look for just to pull up to the 30, probably 31 area and then straight back down and possibly down to this 22. Market turnaround could give up a lot of gains today. It's not likely, but it could, and just take away a lot of the gains from yesterday. After that, let's look at the next zone down. It's probably going to come all the way down to 2220, 2218 again, and then oops, and then next zone down here, 2214, 2212. That's a big drop. At any one of these zones, look for buyers to step in and really try to support that, especially right here at the 2214 area. You can see where we had the fight here. It was also yesterday's open and where we want to go. So be careful with that and look for the move back up. Now let's look at market profile. And we talked about this every day. And let's look at here. The daily broke this value area high right here. It was at 2212, right in this area. It broke this and stayed closed above it. Went all the way up. We almost got up to this first extension level, and it looks poised to move on up to the next level. But we talked about that 4-hour chart, and we drew in some fib extensions here yesterday. And let's see what happened here. You can see how accurate this was. We broke this area right here, as we talked about we needed to do, right up through the extension here at 24. Paused right in this area, actually touched right there at the 141. Very little pullback, and then straight up to the 161, broke it, pulled back, and we settled right there at the 168. 161.8 extension right here, just as we planned. So this little minor move, we caught this just beautifully yesterday as we're looking for these market rallies to go. Again, we're here for the same thing today, looking for this move up. It held, so we can extend this up into here, right up to this top part, and let's put it right here. All right, a little high there. Let's pull this down. Oops, it doesn't want to cooperate this morning. There we go, right in here. As you can see, so they start to overlap. We got some confluence between this 4-hour move, intra move to 127.20 right in here. The same fib extension is pretty close. So anywhere from next target up in here is 58 to 61, and then up to 22.66, and then up to 161.8, and then we start rolling into we're just a couple points. Kind of makes a nice little zone here for this 1-4 extension off the major move and the intraday 4-hour moves. So keep an eye on these targets today and the next few days and where we might head and go. If you've got any questions, contact Frank at tradestockers.com and have a great day.